All right, well, roster creation on NASCAR Fantasy Live is now open, which means it is time for episode 1 of Fortune Cookie Motorsports. I'm excited, I hope you are too. Before we get to roster creation, one thing that I forgot to mention in the introduction video is there are bonus picks that you can do. And last time I played NASCAR Fantasy, it was stage winners, race winner, and winning manufacturer that you got to pick. And it looks like they have complicated things a little bit for this year. So we have race winner, you get to pick the highest finisher in each manufacturer, then the winning manufacturer, and the winning team. And so what we're gonna do to let the fortune cookie still make that pick is when you go to pick your driver, it'll Fantasy Live will give you the odds for that weekend, and we will just take the 6 drivers on our team, and that includes the garage driver, which we just ignore anyway, but still, we will just find whoever is the highest ranked, the highest odds out of our team, and go all in on them, and that will give us the race winner, the winning manufacturer, the winning team, and one of the top finishing out of the top 3 or all 3 manufacturers. And then for the other 2, if we've got a driver in that manufacturer, we'll just pick the top there. And if we don't have one of the manufacturers represented, we're just gonna pick the highest ranked guy, even though they're not on our team. Oh well. So, enough of that. Let's get right to it. Now realizing I'm going to be leaving crumbs all over this computer station here. And just for funsies, you are generous to an extreme and always think of the other fellow. Well, thank you, Fortune Cookie. I needed that compliment. So, let us see who we have on our team. Starting off, it is 28, which is nobody. To my knowledge, it was Davey Allison. I wore that shirt yesterday, which means we will count up until we reach a number that somebody is driving. You know what we're going to do is if an unavailable driver is unavailable, we're going to skip to the next number, and then if we still have to create the team, then we'll cycle back to it. That seems much more efficient to me. So, the next number is 13. Which no longer exists, to my knowledge. That was Ty Dillon, but I don't think anybody is driving the 13 car anymore. Ah, here we go. Garrett Smithley. Congratulations, Garrett Smithley. You are the first fortune cookie pick. Then we have 19, Martin Truex Jr. He has come close a few times. Next up is 56, which was Martin Truex Jr., but that is nobody, so we will move on. And the next number is 10. That is Eric Almirola. Also came very close to winning Daytona a few years ago. And the final pick in this line, ooh, I'm excited for this one. It's 23, Bubba Wallace, the Michael Jordan entry. Alright, so we still have starter number 5 and our garage pick, so we'll cycle it back to that first number, 28, and we'll just start counting up. So that will mean 33, which normally does not have a driver either, but for this Daytona 500, that is Austin Cindric. And finally, we've got one more driver to pick. It's our garage driver. Somebody's mowing their lawn outside, so hopefully it doesn't interfere with our sound too much. But we're cycling through to 56 is the number that we haven't used yet. And counting up, the next available number is going to be the 62 car of Noah Gragson. So our lineup is set. Now it is time to pick our bonus picks. Race winner, our highest ranked driver is Eric Almirola. So we're going to be going all in. Eric Almirola is now our race winner pick. He is our top Ford. We're going to pick Ford for the winning manufacturer and Stuart Haas as our winning team. Our highest ranked Chevrolet is going to be Noah Gragson. So, no offense to Mr. Gregson, but probably not going to get the bonus points for that one. And then our highest ranked Toyota is Martin Truex Jr. So here it is, our very first Fortune Cookie Motorsports Racing Fantasy pick. I've also already created my Sirius roster, so we will very briefly go over that team, and I'm not going to explain every last pick here unless I get people begging in the comments for me to do that. But Daytona and Talladega, they're the plate races, they're the wild card races. In real life, the teams show up with the car already written off because there's such a high chance of it just getting caught up in something that's not even your fault. The big one happens. And so I really don't like to use up drivers at a track that it's so high risk that they're just going to get caught up in something. And so really the only two major exceptions here are I've got Ryan Blaney and Denny Hamlin on the team. Denny, I'm planning on using him at a lot of short tracks, but man, it's hard to bet against him with the record he's had in the past two Daytona 500s. That's really more of me hedging my bets. I feel like a lot of people are going to pick Denny, and so this is kind of my, well, if everything goes south, I feel like a lot of people will have picked Denny, so if he crashes, then I won't be as far behind. And then Ryan Blaney, he has been really good at Talladega lately. Almost won Daytona last year, but I'm not super confident about Ryan Blaney everywhere else. He can run fast, but I'm just not confident in his ability to close out races. He seems to fade late a lot of the time. So I think Ryan Blaney is a pretty low-risk pick for a super speedway race. So yeah, that's it. I'm excited to see how this is going to go, and I'll see y'all next week where we will pick our race 2. I don't even know what race 2 is. The schedule's been so jumbled, but we'll review how we did, and then we'll pick our team again. Thanks for watching.